On a fishing trip in spring at one of my favourite lakes in the USA, I hooked into a giant carp. No. The loss of that fish left a bitter taste in my mouth, and I knew that when the time was right, I'd return for redemption.
Oh my god, I just hooked one.
Go on! The pain feels like I'm gonna die. I tried to bait up, didn't work. Tried to do some filming, failed. I tried to make coffee, did a poor job of that as well. Now YouTube doesn't work. It was due to be a pretty average day, but a phone call from my American friend was about to change everything. Hey Brian, what's happening? How? Why? What's...
I don't know. These fish are insane. Paul broke his personal best, and I did 240s last night, or no, the night before last night.
240s? Is it worth me coming out? Like if I dropped everything and just got on a plane?
What's today? What's the date?
Today's Monday 9th.
If you wanted to come out, I could probably sort something out to get time off until like the 22nd.
Oh yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, I gotta do it. The only thing that might convince me otherwise is when Omi gets back. I haven't seen her for a week or more. We'll see how that goes. None of my stuff is with the guys. They're at the lake and they're 6 hours away from Michigan, where they live, where all of my tackle is stored. So I have to bring everything on the plane. Bosh. Cool. Going to the camping shop now. Need to find some stuff because I won't have a bed chair or a sleeping bag out in the States yet. Ah, that might be it. What's the smallest, most compact one that you have?
Would probably be this one or this one.
For the 4, it's £75 altogether.
Thanks very much. See you guys. Job done. All of the supplies I need for camping by a lake. So things were going well, the guys were catching lots, and then it started to slow down, and then right now, they're not really catching. It's basically died. I've booked my flights, I'm literally ready to go today, and the fish that they were catching, these big carp, are just not there anymore. Or they're still there, they're just not feeding. I have no idea. Not good. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Dad.
Have fun.
See you soon.
Yeah.
And we're off.
Cabin crew, take your seats for takeoff.
What's up, big man? Thank you.
Okay, so that was not the best night of my life. First of all, around about an hour into my flight, I had a really tight throat and could barely breathe, to be honest. I quickly realised that was a symptom of the panic attacks that I used to have when I was a little younger. I hadn't really had a proper panic attack for about a year. Out of nowhere, probably because I'm a little stretched, overtired. I just got back from doing a big trip and then went again. Yeah, it just came and hit me for 6, really. I stayed reasonably calm, considering it was a panic attack, and some of the ones I had in the past were obviously a lot worse. Just kept focusing on deep, slow breaths, and I got through the flight. I got picked up by Brian, and he drove us down to the lake. Brian and Austin are both fishing. I think it's about time that I drag my gear down there and get set up as well. I don't actually know how Brian or Austin did last night. I get the feeling, from what they've said, the fishing is dropping off severely, and that shoal has just gone. For whatever reason, those fish are not in the zone. You gotta love filming videos. Doing everything twice. Man, the trees are so beautiful. Let me tell you, that suitcase is definitely over the baggage allowance for British Airways. It's absolutely mad to think that when we were here before, we were fishing up there, all the way up on that rocky area. That's where our bivvies were. And the water has been drawn right down, I think for flood prevention, which you'd think would make it easier. But we have a sort of a shallow rocky peninsula down here, which seems to be stopping the fish from moving down to where the guys are. Just a few days ago, it was 4 foot deeper than it is now. And fish could swim over this rocky, shallow area. Morning.
Morning. How'd you sleep?
The car's not long enough for me. I slept in a C shape. We'll miss you, Austin.
Yeah, I'll miss
Well,
you
you can
guys.
speak for yourself.
So what did you have?
46 that night. Before that, a 39, a 38, 35, 33, 32. And
yeah,
you had some.
I had a 30, a 31, a 31, a 32, a 34, a 35.
It definitely sounds like you guys absolutely smashed it. And now it's stopped. As soon as I paid that
Like, that's
900 quid, the fish
I'm
were
on my
like,
way.
nope. So yeah, we've got our work cut out to try and get something going again somewhere else. But that's what the plan is for today.
I then noticed a guy in a boat out to our left who looked like he was reeling in a fish.
And it's pulling him all over the place. What's it gonna be? 30 pounder. Good job.
Nice.
Forgot how lovely these American carp are. Well done, man. This might be the first time I've seen an American carp angler
Catch a
catch
carp.
an American carp, other than you guys.
There you go.
Of course, this guy had his bite when he was midway through cooking some breakfast. Standard, isn't it? You don't catch a fish for days and then you start cooking something and then wallop. Bodes well for our little mission over there around that bit. Well done.
At this point, Austin had to leave to get back to work, but Brian and I's session had just begun.
It'd be sweet if I could bring my carp boat, because I got one now. Mustn't leave that behind. You ready?
I think I am ready.
Let's go. Go on. All of your strength, Brian. Suitcase, check. Camera bag. Yep, Brian. Nearly. Right, just don't tip it over because that would be the most disastrous thing ever. Alright. Wow, Carl. That was not good. Right, gotta not do that again. Oh, here we go. Big carp mission. So I've spent the last 20 minutes digging what looks like a coffin. Not a coffin. What's that thing called you get buried in? Nearly done. It's not very spacious, but it's flatter than what the ground was to start with. I remembered my reels. I remembered my spom. Pretty much got all the clothes I could possibly need, whether it gets hotter or colder. I forgot my tripod for the camera. The vlog camera's got a mini tripod on it, but this main cam, it's missing a tripod. This is why I need Tom and Cal. Those guys, they save me on a regular basis. They save the day with their memory. But we gotta get rods sorted, clipped up, spots baited, bivvy set up ready for tonight because I'm limited on time on this session. I've got to make the most of the time I do have. So it's probably not quite as deep as that side, but it's still a good 35 feet deep. Oh, flipping it. This is what, cow food?
Yeah, horse or
Horse.
cattle.
Yum. Turn those mid-40s into 50s.
That's the plan.
These guys in the States sure do know how to bait up. I don't think I've ever fished in Europe where putting 2 buckets like that and a sack full of pellets is pretty standard. If you just do a little handful of bait, they'll come through. You might nick 1 bite and then they're gone. They're off to find, you know, large sources of natural food. So just got to give it to them. You want a boat like that one for baiting up. You get it done pretty quick. Okay, let's find an empty page. I want a sort of point between one arm of the lake down there and another arm of the lake down there. However, in front of us, we seem to have found an area of shallower water that kind of sticks out like that. This is shallow, and this is crazy deep. It like drops straight down either side. 3 marker floats out. We threw one where it's 20 foot back there. One where it's also 20 foot.
Carp right there. That was actually carp.
Oh, they're jumping. And then what Brian has gone and done is bait up all along there, and like a little bit all sort of in between as well. And then we're gonna scatter our rods like this. We just need to get on that shoal of fish that you guys were on a few days ago, and it could be mind-blowing. Your rods are out, right?
All of them, yeah.
Nice. Remember what my far bank marker is. Remember where I'm standing. And then ping it out. And completely failed to hit the clip. Good work, Carl. There we go. It will be ever so exciting if one of these starts screaming off this evening. I've got a feeling it will, but it's more like, oh my God, I just hooked one. What's going on? Oh, that's a catfish. That's a catfish. If that's a perfect eating size, we should eat him.
That's a perfect eating size.
And it will be good payback for just coming along and getting me excited thinking I had a carp.
Yeah, that's like...
You're joking. Oh God.
That's kind of aggressive.
It's another cat though.
Catfish?
Oh, dearie me, this is not good. Right, so Brian has caught no fish at all, but he's actually happy about that because I've caught, what, 8, 9, 10 catfish. Oh, no way. No way. Are you kidding? One after another. I'm rigging up again, putting a new bait on. I've gone through countless pop-ups. I've had them trash my rigs completely because for some reason catfish just love to ruin your rigs. The difference is I'm fishing with pop-ups on stiff hinges. Brian is fishing with pack bait and tiger nuts. Yeah. Self-filming is definitely a bit of a pain. Certainly missing Tom and Cal's help on this trip. Uh-oh. That's another catfish. Damn. Well, you put the catfish to good use.
Yeah, we did.
Straight in there.
We needed to go.
Yum. Always the highlight of the trip. Other than, of course, you know,
Yeah,
seeing my good friends.
Well, I was thinking the carp.
But mostly seeing my good friends because they cook this, and this is the greatest snack on earth.
It always just hits.
It's the best.
Wow, atmospheric morning.
Last night was interesting. Had a large number of catfish before it got dark. Then Brian started catching a few carp. I don't think I actually woke up properly for any of them because I was so sleepy, and they were rather small compared to what the guys were catching before I got here. I've recast the rods this morning and the catfish have been on me again. It's making me a bit nervous. Where have these bigger carp gone? And they seem to have disappeared. That's a carp this time. That's definitely a carp this time.
Yes.
I reckon 32.
Ooh.
Oh, what?
Whoa.
Did you zero that?
Yep.
35! Look at that. I am so glad I got on that plane. Cool. Such an atmospheric morning with the mist rising, the sun coming up, and then the carp got on the bait. That's what happens. Spontaneous fishing trip. Jump on a plane, catch a 35-pounder. Oh, I love America. Bye-bye, my friend. Yes! Sweet! Can kind of relax now and just have a good time.
Big weight off, man. Hell yeah. Yes!
That might be a carp. Uh-oh, here we go again. Get out the snag. Get out the snag, buddy. Nobody panic, but I've got a carp and it's getting towards the big snag that's down there, so I'm walking up the hill, tightening up the line. I think he's come away from it, you know? Oh my gosh.
It's not terrible thing.
What? Look at the line of bubbles coming up behind him.
Nice. Nice back to back.
Yeah, 34.
Bang on 34, man.
A 35 and a 34.
In like 10 minutes.
Sweet fish, man. This is why I keep coming back to the United States. For carp like that.
Nice fish, man.
Bye.
Oh!
They are crashing out there.
That made such a nice spladoosh. Nice donk, nice spladoosh. Only a carp angler would know what we're talking about. Spladoosh. Every time I hear that, I'm like, yeah, that's a bite. There's a steep bank that we're fishing on. I keep forgetting, and then I look up and I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to like tumble out your bivvy in the nighttime and slip and slide all the way into the lake.
I'm like 3 feet away from you and I'm taller than you. For the first time in my life.
I love it though. It's fast becoming one of my favorite places to fish. I mean,
There's something about it.
it already was after the first trip, but then when we came back in the spring and I got beaten up by them, then I was like, damn, I have to come back. There just has to be a 50 out there. Like, there's gotta be, I mean, there could be a US record.
Ooh, that was a large carp right over there.
Oh, my head torch is dying. Oh. Right, where's the other one then? Oh, lovely. This rain should do the fishing some good, I think. Be surprised if it doesn't. I used to get really homesick on trips like this. Just the fear of being so far away from home and safety, and I'd kind of get a bit disorientated by it all. But now this, being out here underneath a little umbrella, camped out by a massive American lake in the middle of nowhere, it's just a thrill. Hello, mate.
Sucks out here. That looks really nice from the inside.
Yeah.
That's actually quite lovely.
It is good. Look at these guys. They're racing. It's not a bass tournament, it's a boat race. Man, they are so quick. There's been quite a few boats zipping past this morning. They've just started flying around the lake. Brian said there's actually a bass fishing tournament happening, so they're probably racing to get to the good spots. Meanwhile, it's raining. I'm not racing to go anywhere. Brian's had a couple, small ones, but I'm hopeful that these big fish turn up again. Getting low. Oh, there's so little left.
I know. You gotta like really utilize all we got.
Beautiful. Rods are all back in. 3 rods each on the spots. Fresh balls of pack bait. Fresh tiger nut hook baits and pop-ups to balance them out nicely on top. Let's go. Bring on the carp. It is so miserable out here right now. It's really wet, kind of cold, and the fishing has slowed right down. It makes me realize that what I do, and in the world in general, there's so many variables. There's so many things that you just simply cannot rely on. The weather, the fish,
how things pan out on the day is completely out of your control, and it goes up and down. It's very erratic, but there's one constant that I've observed, and that is my friendship with these guys out here. My American friends Brian, Austin, and Brendan, they have sorted me out and helped me so much ever since the first trip we did back in 2014. And that's almost 10 years ago when I came out here and fished in the United States for the first time. And ever since then, they've just always been there. They've always been ready to help us out whenever needed, to share the amazing fishing that they have out here with us. And the fact that myself and my brother have enjoyed such great times with these three, it's what makes these trips special. Because at the end of the day, fishing's great, and I love it. But sometimes the fishing isn't great. Sometimes the weather is horrible. But even when it's raining, even when I'm sitting here without a bite, knowing that my three American buddies are rooting for me is what makes it really work. And I think, given that this is my Christmas special vlog, or whatever you want to call it, a thank you is in order to all of the people, all of those human beings that I once thought I was scared of and didn't want to talk to, and I thought everyone was out to get me. The truth is that I value these people. I value my friends, my family. Where I would be without them, I don't know. Anyway, happy Christmas, everyone. Go on, be a big un. My boots are nearly coming off in the mud. Good man. Your arm's killing. Is he heavy?
Yeah, well, this is about the 11th 30-pound fish I've picked up in the last couple days.
Well done, Brian. Good job.
Oh, man.
So, welcome to my restaurant. Today, the carp have got oilies and tiger nuts. I have got pretzels for main, and for dessert, Oreos. That is the dessert of champions. And to wash it all down, we've got a huge helping of heavy rain. Little update, it's still raining, has been raining now for eternity, and my kidney stones have come back. The pain right now is manageable. The pain in a few hours from now will be unmanageable. Literally, kidney stones are the worst pain I've ever experienced. And from the last 3 times it's happened, it gradually gets worse and worse and worse for about 5 or 6 hours. And after that, I normally end up in the hospital. However, right now that's not really an option.